Hi, Steve. Great to have you here. Welcome. It would be great maybe if you could quickly introduce yourself and DESIGNA.
Will do. Thanks, Manoj, for hosting us today. I'm happy to be here. My name is Steve Gorski, and I'm the CEO of DESIGNA North America. I'm responsible for the DESIGNA business here in the U.S. DESIGNA is a German-based parks manufacturer. We have a global presence and over 17,000 installations, and I'm responsible for the business here in the United States. Happy to be speaking with you today. We know that there are a lot of changes going on in the parking industry, a lot of changes in technology, and happy to be here today to talking about one of those opportunities in terms of a new solution from DESIGNA that we wanted to share with the customers.
Yeah, fantastic. Definitely looking forward to when it comes to the innovations. I mean, the situation that we're in, it hasn't been great, but there's definitely positives that are coming out of it. And from what I understand, you're coming out with a new ticketless parking management system. Could you maybe quickly, introduce us to that, and then we'll go deeper into
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is correct. We are launching a new ticketless solution, which is based on LPR technology. And we think it's got a lot of advantages for both the parking operator and the end customer in terms of convenience and cost. And it's really an extension of the digitalization that's happening in the parking industry. I think we've seen that, as you said, it's been a very challenging 15 months with COVID. But I think COVID actually, in some ways, expedited some of the technology transition within the parking industry. So it's exciting to see, and I think things are really speeding up and changing very rapidly.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely good to look at the positives that are coming out of this. And so what would be the advantages in this for the parking operators?
Yeah, so the biggest advantage really for the parking operator is cost and maintenance. So they don't have to purchase or maintain tickets any longer because the LPR will replace the ticket. And then there's obviously less maintenance on the system. So it's much more cost effective because obviously the operators are concerned with the costs and profitability of running a parking operation, and this helps them improve their bottom line.
Sounds great. And as for the parking customers, what would be the advantages there for them?
Yeah, the big thing really for the customer is that I think customer experience, that ease of parking. Now they can just pull up to their parking facility and basically drive right in. They don't have to touch anything. They don't have to pull a ticket, which obviously is important, especially now coming after COVID. People are very sensitive to that, and it's just a one step closer to more of that free flow environment that we certainly see the parking industry going towards in the future. So this is that first step to that, and it makes it a lot easier for the customer, which is at the end of the day the thing that's most important.
Yeah, of course, definitely. And so you mentioned earlier the use of LPR in this solution. So how does this differ then to the usual or traditional parking management system that are currently being used?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously the big differential is the use of license plate recognition cameras. So basically, that technology is used to sort of replace the traditional way of pulling into a parking facility and pulling a ticket and opening the gate. Now that's replaced with the technology from the cameras, so it captures your license plate information, open the gate. It's a truly frictionless experience. You don't need to pull a ticket, touch a ticket. So I think it's going to be a big change, obviously, for the consumer.
Okay, great. And could you maybe talk a little bit about the reliability of cameras and the range of suppliers?
Yeah, so I think our counterparts in Europe have a little bit easier time when it comes to LPR because you have a more standardized license plate in Europe. In the United States, we have 50 states, and each state has multiple versions of their plates. So it's a little bit more challenging, here in the United States. But the systems that we've been testing out from NEDAP and Tagmaster and Quercus are really working very well, and we're getting great results. I think it's important to point out that no one today is at 100% accuracy with LPR, again because of the complexity here in the United States. But we anticipate that the accuracy rates are going to be in the 97, 98 to 99% range. So very good, and that's only going to improve as the camera technology improves as well.
Fantastic. I mean, sounds great. And what about the scalability of solutions from fully gated to semi-gated or even zero-gated parking facilities?
Yeah, so I think this is a great way for a customer to really start to move towards a free flow environment. So, today with the LPR technology, you can still utilize gates. You can have a gated entry and a gated exit, or you can have no gate, let's say at the entry, but a gate at the exit. And so this is a great way for customers to start getting into and utilizing this technology, and then moving towards, as the technology changes and the LPR gets more accurate, moving towards a true free flow solution, in the future. So it's very scalable, it's very modular, it's really all software driven, which is really where DESIGNA is really going. We're transitioning from more of that traditional hardware manufacturer into really a software provider, and so all of the functionality will come from software. So in terms of future-proof and growth opportunities, an investment in our solution today will future-proof you, because all of the enhancements will be done through software as opposed to hardware.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah. So then, talking about the future, what are the goals then for DESIGNA, and what's the development roadmap here?
Sure. Well, the big goal certainly here for our business in the United States is to continue the successful growth that we've had. We've been very successful here in the United States in a number of large enterprise projects in the airport space. I think most people know us for the Port Authority installation, which is JFK, LaGuardia, Newark Airport in New York, so very high profile markets. But we've also been very successful in some other vertical markets, such as hospitals and mixed use. So we want to continue with that. And I think being able to offer customers this ticketless solution gives them another option to consider for their system. It allows them again to take advantage of the digitalization that's going on, take advantage of the advancements in the software and the analytics and the data that can be derived from these systems. And DESIGNA will be continuing to be on the forefront of innovation from both a hardware and a software perspective. And then ultimately, as we've said in this conversation, we're ultimately going to a free flow situation. Nobody knows for sure exactly when that is going to happen, but that is, I think, where the industry is going, and this is really the first step towards that journey.
Sounds great. Thank you, Steve, for this interview. Great to learn more, and looking forward to these innovations coming up. And I hope you have a good day.
Yeah, thank you, Minaj, and thank you, Parking Network, for the opportunity to speak today. You enjoy your day as well. Thank you.